San Diego, I know you're getting ready, or maybe you're not even getting out of bed yet, but I just want you to give me the next 4 minutes because you need to hear about this story since it has just such a deep impact on absolutely everybody. This is a special event that's happening today, and it's happening at the Hess Brewery, and it's all about raising money for pediatric cancer research. And just talking with Mike about cancer research for kids and hearing some of the numbers is truly startling. That's why I'm just imploring everybody, just give me the next 4 minutes so we can really explore this together. So first of all, good morning, Mike.
Morning.
Thank you so much for coming in.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Well, first of all, tell me exactly what the event is that's happening later today.
Well, our brewery has partnered up with St. Baldrick's Foundation. They're the largest private funder of pediatric cancer research in the country, and we're shaving our heads. And we found out about the foundation when our daughter was diagnosed with osteosarcoma back in August, and now we're at the point in time where we're willing to give up all of our hair. And so my wife and I signed up, and then we've had now about 35 people sign up to raise money and shave their heads. And so at the brewery today in North Park, we're going to all shave our heads. And so far, we've raised about $40,000.
And we need to triple that.
That would be amazing. The goal is 100.
There is a huge need here. First of all, let's talk about your daughter. So
Yeah.
tell me what her cancer is exactly and how she's doing right now.
Right now, she's doing great.
Oh, gosh,
yeah.
she is beautiful. Mike, what's her name?
Her name is Keely, and that's Wookie, who is her service dog that we got from Next Step Service Dogs. They've been great to work with. She was diagnosed in August with osteosarcoma, and you can see in the pictures there that she's now missing her left leg.
So that's a bone cancer.
Bone cancer was in her top of her left tibia.
How did you discover it?
She was a dancer, competitive dancer, and she had knee pain, which was not unusual.
Sure.
And after a couple of months of looking at it, and finally we did an MRI on August 3rd, and that's when we got the diagnosis, and she started chemotherapy 9 days later. And one of the reasons that we're really pushing this agenda of raising awareness of the lack of funding for pediatric cancer research is that Keely is undergoing the exact same treatment that kids who had osteosarcoma 35 years ago went under. Same drugs, same procedure, 6 rounds of chemo, surgery to remove the tumor, 12 more rounds of chemo.
That is so outdated. That is unacceptable. A treatment that is 35, we don't even use the same toothpaste that we did 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're talking about cancer in children.
Yeah.
So the research is completely unfunded. What else have you found about?
The impact, 49 families a day in the U.S. get a diagnosis that their kid has cancer, and it's so much different when kids get it. The kids, on average, they lose 67 years of their life, the kids who have cancer, as opposed to adults' cancer, where they lose about 11 on average. It doesn't mean that it's more important, but the impact is so much greater. I think that when it affects the entire family and the whole, everybody that rallies around the kid, you can see that it seems like a bigger issue and should certainly get more than 4% of the federal budget. And that's why organizations like St. Baldrick's, who are private funders that raise money, exist. And we have found great support through organizations that bring joy, and organizations do meals and do rides and transportation. But I don't mean it callously, but I would love to put all those organizations out of business if we could just get better treatments and therapies and cures for pediatric cancer. Everybody could go away and they could all devote something else.
Yeah, it's astonishing to hear that there isn't that. I mean, we're seeing right here, 4% of the federal cancer research budget is dedicated to childhood cancer research. Tell me more about the Baldrick's Foundation, because you said they're private. Yeah,
so the way they started out was in 2000. There was 3 businessmen who thought that they would raise money for pediatric cancer research. They said, let's get 17 guys, raise $17,000. They did it on St. Patrick's Day, 2000, and they raised $100,000 that day. And they were like, wow, that's kind of a thing. They kept going, and then 5 years later, in 2005, they started St. Baldrick's. And since then, St. Baldrick's has raised more than $250 million for cancer research, just specifically for pediatric cancer research, which is awesome.
Great work, but we really want to come alongside them, and I really hope San Diegans will come alongside you today. So you are shaving your head.
Yes.
Is your wife shaving her head?
We have 7 women, including my wife, shaving their heads.
7 women shaving their head. Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Including 3 15-year-old girls.
Wow.
And one whole family, the Ramsey family. Jim and Esther and all 4 of their boys are shaving their heads. We've got some of our employees. Jim and those guys are just friends. There are other people who signed up through our website, through the St. Baldrick's website where our event is, that I don't even know who they are. I got a family flying out from Colorado. The husband's shaving his head. It's pretty cool.
So how can we support you? Where do we go? What do we do? And at what time?
Okay, so the event is at the Hess Brewing location in North Park, which is on Grimm, 3812 Grimm. Yep, there's the address there. It's 2 o'clock. Come on down. We're going to start shaving heads. Mr. Brown's, the local North Park barbershop, is dedicating all the barbers and the chairs and all that stuff. People can come in and they can do live donations right there on the site. If they are so inclined, they can also hop into a chair and shave their heads because they get to rock one of these cool shirts, and then they can talk to people about why their head's bald, and they can talk about the need for pediatric cancer research monies. We've got, I don't know, it's going to be a great time. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Will your daughter be there?
She's going to be there.
That's going to be awesome. All right,
Yeah.
I hope to stop by as well. Great work.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate that this is the work that you need to do, but
It
you
is.
know, when a family gets impacted by something like a pediatric cancer, and you don't just, you know, roll over and
Yeah.
forget, you want to stop this.
No,
So
we want to do
it's
something about it.
Definitely appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good luck today for
appreciate
tripling
it.
that goal.
That would be amazing.
All right, we've got more coming your way after the break. Don't go anywhere.